they can tell us like how's our audio sound like, that would be great.
Yep. And there's my many copies stream is also up, so you have your choice of which viewpoint you want to watch from. It's all sorts of good stuff.
Yeah, and in case one of us disconnect, we can always jump to the other one.
And if you're really a hardcore fan, you can watch both perspectives just to see what we're both looking at.
Yeah. So your sound is louder than mine, apparently. So let's see if I can fix that.
Did Toby announce it? Toby should have announced it.
Okay. They're saying that your voice is too loud on my stream, so let me try to lower your voice a bit.
Yeah, if you do that in Discord, that'll probably be the easiest.
Yeah. Now, where's the Discord button for that?
If you just go to the call and right-click on my photograph in the call, it should pop up my volume option for you.
Okay. I cut down you by half already, so hopefully that things will go better.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm afraid that's a bit too much, perhaps. It's probably just back to 70. We need 2 more. Has that she would join? I mean, many copies are you talking?
No, I was not talking at that exact moment. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Oh, very good. Yes, we need 2 more. This is your tournament, so I guess we could run with a 1v1.
Actually, Cass says she could join. Let's see if I can pin him. Let's try to get 1 more. If not, then I can turn to participant, and then we just have 1 AI, as the rules allow.
Well, I suppose if you're joining, I could also join at that point, unless we need someone in the observe casting position.
I think someone observing would be good.
Okay.
Do you want to join, or do you want to be the caster? Cat is coming.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Cat.
Yep. I generally I like to cast.
I like to cast. Okay.
I do.
I guess I will jump in the frying pan.
Okay. Oh, look, we got someone else.
But I don't think he's one of the tournament person.
Well, he could, as you said, it could just be anyone. Congratulations, you're part of the tournament now. Little did you know.
Employee is above applicant. Well, sup, Sergey. We are live on Twitch.
Right.
.tv/hubtipus.
Yep.
Or many copies.
Yep.
And this will be part of the tournament game.
Oh, he left.
That's enough to scare him away. Okay. Let's see, just masquerade, just making sure everything is fine. Reveal map. Okay. Let's ready up. Oh, since you will be casting, I'll end the call so that ready up. So that no, I won't be cheating.
Yes. All right. So I guess you could continue watching Hexapus for his perspective as playing, and I will be doing the casting here. And so for those of you watching on Hexapus' stream, I'm many copies _ model 7 on Twitch. So here we go. Getting loaded in. All right, let's see who we get. We've got Hexapus, Division by Zero, Dubber, Cat, and myself, Many Copies, is casting this game. See, we're just waiting for everyone to load. Get everyone synced up here. All right. And we have what appears to be... Oh, we lost communication. Yep. Yep. All right. We'll probably have to remake this game. But, you know, that sometimes happens. Tech issues. We'll get it sorted out. What would this map have essentially been? A little bit of carbon shy, but, you know. Let's go ahead and get back. Since we lost someone, I'm not going to be able to play this map. Would have been an interesting map. You know, IO always brings out a new challenge, just with how it inverts the life support market. Ooh, and there's very little uranium on this map. That would have made a very interesting choice. Plenty of silicon.
Hey, man, copies.
Hey.
Can you try hosting this time? Just in case, you know, something funky with my internet.
Sure. Why is it not letting me exit the game? Alright, I may have to exit Offworld Trading Company because it's not letting me, like, exit to menu.
Okay, so it seems like I'm the only one who managed to get out unscarfed. I'm still in the game. Well, I managed to just quit the game normally, and so probably you guys couldn't connect to me or something like that. Something funky happened.
Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna have to forcibly end Offworld. That is unusual. Alright, everyone. Restarting Offworld in like 20 seconds here. As soon as my Steam recognizes that the game is no longer working. Alright, restarting Offworld. Let's go. This thing back online. That was really unusual.
That's very unusual, but I have not seen anything like that. We usually get stuck on the screen before the loading screen, or we get stuck in the loading screen, but we have not seen something like people just disappearing one by one, and then you just get stuck.
So Mars, random, and this is what the Guru.
Tournament event. Yeah. Up to you.
Guru. I'm just gonna call it Guru. Create lobby for 5 players. I am switching myself to observer. Medium map. Random type. Masquerade. And I will tell Cat. Yeah, because I know Cat was the All right. Let's go ahead and get everyone ready, because everyone...
Actually, have to change the difficulty first.
what's...
Employee for Cat and me, and applicant for the other two.
Okay. Employee... Oh, all the way down to applicant.
Yeah. I have a feeling Cat will still win.
Oh, Cat is arguably the #1 player in the game right now.
Yeah.
So, Cat is, of course, a fierce competitor. If you are part of the Offworld community, hearing you're going up against Cat just, strikes the fear into you. You're like, okay, can I figure out who Cat is?
Yeah, well, this time it's probably easy. It's the other guy who doesn't have the darkest Cat. Anyway, I'm gonna mute you.
Alright. There we go. We're launching in. We should just call it Cat Trust, seizing opportunities where others see limits. Yeah, that's not that Cat is an elite player, but just she sees all sorts of opportunities you didn't even know were there. Because Cat is an amazing player, but I'm very excited to see how Hexapus, Dubber, and Division by Zero do. Off-world games can, just be a little wild. So if you take some right moves and opportunities, you can do some good things. We're back on IO. This time, a much hillier map. So carbon, there's a little bit of carbon there. But we have no scavenger. There's diminishing resources. Do we really have any good iron? Not a lot. It's going to be tricky to found. Not a lot of high silicon. Maybe a basalt play. Because basalt is could be very useful. There's a nice patch of stuff here near the center, and there is a cave. I do like the science play, because it lets you to build a lot of buildings on, what is that? Basalt. So I'm enjoying the science coming down here. Cat is getting herself operational. She's near the colony. She has good access to carbon. An elite. Alright. Right near some basalt, so I'm going to guess we're going to see double basalt platforms there. Alright, robot.
A robotics HQ has been founded.
Ooh, Hexapus got his high iron stolen. Maybe there's going to be kind of like a power robot play. Maybe. But Hexapus is going up and grabbing those 2 tiles. Now, if I was Hexapus, I would grab those 2 tiles, kind of cutting.
An elite HQ has been upgraded.
And we are seeing the power robot play. Power is going up with a lot of steel mills going down. Those use a lot of power. Okay, we've got a geotherm right here. Alright. Iron is going to high rocket with Dubber only bringing in 1 basalt platform. There we go. We need the second. There is dynamite in this game. There is an EMP. Dubber needs to get a goon squad on that. And there goes down the first EMP. My guess is that may have been a Cat EMP being like, hey, I'm using science to get my steel running. I'm going to make iron super expensive for you all. And now she's switching some into nuclear power as power is rising. That's a very good play. Getting some fuel. Fuel's expensive. Getting carbon. And the reason you're getting carbon is to get the ion collectors. Going right into a pat lab and boom. Dynamite on one of those. Not necessarily the most effective way to do it, but yeah. And Division by Zero is getting his
An elite HQ has been upgraded.
geoplant online. Hexapus here, yes, has got the solar panels, but is having a lot of trouble. Also lost the elemental quarries, and more is just going down EMP, yeah, Hexapus is in a really hard spot, and again, it was a target by Cat. So we're hitting Superconductor. Ooh, really killing that power market. Hexapus is going into farms, going in for a water processor to boost the farms. Robotic adjacency, not a bad idea as power is kind of dying. Oop, got a nice freeze and revealed the goon. Shut a lot of things down, but Cat is still making really nice
HQ has been upgraded.
money there with ooh, extra claim. Ooh, steel is through the roof at this point. That's possibly because steel is shut down. Let's take a look back over here at Dubber. Dubber has a lot of steel running. A lot there. I'm not so... that's not a bad tile at this moment. But power is starting to get there. I would move out of these nuclear plants now. You've got that connected. These are going to be making a tiny bit of power.
I hate those filthy bandits.
And where are the pirates going? Oh. Hex was trying to do a dynamite. Ooh. Yep. Defended that. Going for... Okay. Dubber, you need to get this running and doing something right now. If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it. An empty and dead patent lab is a really expensive tile. Well, Dubber will get nanotech because, you know, is a... Ooh, I'm liking this tile reserved by Dubber for a optimization center because elites really thrive off optimizations. But this is... Patent lab needs to be rebuilt. At least the good news with that is no matter what Cat gets, Dubber can eventually get it because elites just give some chemicals to whoever originally patented it to get a copy of it. Let's look at HQ level here. Dubber is all the way up at 5 first, which is nice, but you need to repair your patent lab. There.
Now for auction.
Ooh, a mutiny.
Of your choice.
Mutinies could be a lot of fun here.
Sold.
That could be a very good mutiny. So let's see a hacker array here. And 4. Let's see what that hacker array is. Oh, the hacker array is still under construction. Dubber is starting to put down a...
The hacker array is finished. Time to change our path.
Dubber is building the
black
nice, you know, advanced buildings, but not doing things with them, and that's a problem. I would definitely defend that patent lab. That patent lab is going to be a prime target. The 2 robot players are going to be driving down the efficiency of that patent lab, but that's okay. And here we see Hexapus going for food shortage. Which, you know, will be okay. But you see, like, division by 0 going into food. Cat is getting her food online. Dubber's the only one not in food. And food is kind of a necessary market at this point. Because if you see, food is just one of the most profitable tiles. Powers creep back up there. So players will also want to consider that. Oh, IO-Quake just destroying your buildings. Alright. Everyone's having to repair things. Let's look at the money game here. And the debt game. Division by 0 is a whole HQ level behind. but holding a good amount of cash, not in bad debt. Cat is doing, only in C. That's not D, but needs to watch it. Because that slowly creep. Oh, now in D. Okay, so Cat needs to watch her debt. In D debt, you cannot get access to the black market. So she needs to do something about that. Dubber is in a lot of cash, no debt, has extra stock. Certainly advantage from playing at a lower difficulty level per the rules of this tournament. So, can make there. Hexapus is just behind at this point. Because at HQ 3, while everyone else is at 5. Some debt, not a lot of cash. Trying to get back into the hacker array, but had a hard start.
A robotics HQ has been
Alright, let's see what the off-world markets look like. Not bad. Steel is the ship. So, what are you shipping? You're shipping oxygen. Okay. Oftentimes it is these that are the best, but sometimes you need to look down here because steel is also, a very good market here. Alright, so in's coming the sulfur frost. So you want to make sure that your buildings were placed probably about 30 seconds ago, because once that sulfur frost comes in, it'll be very difficult. Alright. Patents are coming fast and furious still from Cat. Does she want anything else? Liquid batteries. I really do like liquid batteries on IO because it allows you to boost your... Oh, and there goes the Pleasure Dome. Not a surprise. I really do like liquid batteries on IO because the only way to get oxygen is these solar condensers, so it's not as if it makes things easier, it makes things possible.
I'm not sure how you can buy a magnetic storm, but there's one up for auction now.
For everyone transporting stuff around, that'll be really nice, and since this is IO, there is no teleportation. So that could be really good to take out some critical resources. Hexapus getting some magnetic storms there. Still really in a bad spot, but you gotta try something. Patent Lab now blows up. Oop, and vehicles are getting destroyed. Dubber is making a move on Cat. Maybe this move should have come earlier. New Division by Zero is also going in here. And, I'm not liking this split attack. Do not split your attack like this, because now you've just started making someone else worried. So, Hexapus there is being given some breathing room. So, Division by Zero, he's trying to take out Dubber, but at the same time, it's gonna create a little havoc here.
Elevator going up.
The question here is how much. So Dubber almost has enough to take out Cat here. Getting very close. Cat has a space elevator in the works. Where is Cat's space elevator? She probably hologrammed it, like a good player should. See, there it is. It looks like a patent lab.
Successful elevator shipment. Profits rising.
It's not gooned, it's just sitting right there. Patent lab behind the base. So you wouldn't necessarily notice it. But she is making good use. She's got thinking machines. Let's see how optimizations. Let's see. No optimizations from Division by Zero. Cat has got a lot in fuel, a lot in chems, a lot in electronics queued up, given the price of electronics. That's very good. Dubber, he's going for those perfects. really needs to consider electronics given the price of electronics. Not producing any electronics, but those perfects give extra claims, so it makes sense to keep going that way. Really trying to optimize that on-world, and there we see Hexapus is also not ignoring and going for a smorgasbord, because it's cheaper to get the lower levels. So you can get more payoff from them. So Division by Zero is really trying to buy in there. Alright, Dubber has the buy, or almost had the buy for a second there. You really need to watch what's going to happen at the buy, because as soon as he gets cat, his stock price jumps up. He gets a sub with space elevators. Got to get that buy. Got to realize you've got those profits. Sell it. It'll jump your stock price, which will help defend you from Division by Zero. You just got to get it. Got to get it done. And then from there, you'll start earning a good amount of money.
Prepare for pending market adjustments.
You need to get this buy because you need this subsidiary income. You need to, shift down, sell everything, and just get it online. You need to realize you have it. There we go. It's got it.
The black market is online.
There's going up the second space elevator. At least the, the AI has already had the second space elevator.
Space elevator delivery.
So it'll be good there. This is now going to be, did divided by zero actually do right here?
Bit now when you could win a core sample.
Core samples.
Resources. Pirates. I hate those filthy bandits.
Division by Zero may get this here. Has a good amount of cash. Hexapus does not. So Hexapus is being left alone. Now the advantage Division by Zero has is he's solely invested in Dubber and already has 2 space elevators. Division by Zero has 2 space elevators away as well via Cat. And a good scientific sub.
Successful elevator shipment.
I don't necessarily like that buy. It is defensive, but what you want to do is you want to take out Dubber as fast as possible. Because you don't have a very good space elevator advantage, because he has Cat, who's already built 2, and those are oh, that's a nice shutdown. Lots of profit center shut down there. Dubber, you need to start doing things to shut down here. Unfortunately, EMPs are super expensive. Underground nukes, piracy. There's limited options, but we'll see here. It is a race. I'm not liking this panic buy from Dubber, because if Dubber buys this, that will jump his stock price. Maybe that's the plan, to do a stock price jump and then effectively have 3 elevators. And Division by Zero really can't afford to take the buy. Dubber, since he did this, he needs to go ahead and get the buy.
We caught a dirty rat trying to break our stuff.
And
You will not believe who we caught red-handed.
really trying to break through there. Broke through both of those. Alright. Dubber may actually win this race too. But I did not, if you were not going to complete the buy on Hexapus, I do not like going in there with that stock. I would have rather had that money there. But it appears that Division by Zero is losing the race. Because remember, your Division by Zero has no optimizations, no patents. and look at the sheer amount of patents that Dubber has, or sorry, optimizations along with patents. Selling the money. Okay, good. You're selling your stock out there to get the money to get divided by 0 under control. That is absolutely the correct move. As soon as that button comes back, we should see a buyout. Division by 0. You are panic buying into Hexapus. Still a bad move. There we go. And that is game. At this point, we're seeing a robot versus an elite with 2 subs. This is effectively over. It's just a question of how long it takes. And given the stock price difference, there's no way. Hexapus is not sitting on 1 million at this point. So it's just a matter of time. And Division by 0 is calling GG. What Dubber could do to finish up this game faster is actually sell some of his stock he has in himself. That would just give him a bunch of cash and finish the game up faster, but there's no reason to be worried about it. Dubber is getting tons of money per second from the subsidiaries, earning tons of his own money, although on-world markets are dying. Still trying to optimize glass, which is not a bad move, but it's ultimately irrelevant at this point in the game. Coming over here, decent amount of optimizations. Yep, it is 4 Offworlds to 1. Hexapus has the cash. It's just a matter of him realizing he has the cash. And there we go. That's a very good game by Dubber. And we have a winner. So, Dubber was definitely able to pull it out there. I think there were a few stock misplays, but it didn't end up sinking Dubber's ship, which was a very good thing. So, as soon as I hear from Hexapus here, I will know if we're going into another game or not. But I'm going to take a quick look at the charts and graphs. There we go, division by 0 from there. Dubber made it in power. But let's see. So, division by 0, no black market. You cannot win this game at a competitive level without the black market. Hexapus, lots of black market, the most black market. Targeting cat, lots of EMPs, early on Hexapus, and then at the end they're targeting Dubber. Really got her black market early and running, so she didn't spend a lot on it, but really did it. Dubber also did a lot, lots of pirates. Alright, and production and sales, I'm going to go for cat versus Dubber here, just to see what we've got. And there we go. Optimizations. Definitely can see optimizations are very crucial. You need some key patents, can be helpful. And there we go. Be returned. So, claims, very good. What have you got for me? Hexapus, anything? Oh, join the call. Hello, Hexapus.
Hey.
That was a tough found you had.
I was having a really tough time. Oh, by the way, can you host the second time? Because it seems like everything goes smoothly, so...
Alright, I can host a second time. I was just waiting to hear your instructions on whether there was another one. So I will create
another one. Another lobby is coming up.
Alright. And let's see. Masquerade, medium, random. Let's see. And now, who is at what levels?
So Double will get a promotion to employee, and then division by 0 is still applicant, while Cat and I are still employees.
Oh, Deborah left. Don't leave us, Deborah.
Double.
That's right, I'm an observer. I do that there, not at the difficulty level, at the team. Right, well, the lobby is up. Check the stream here.
Okay, lobby's up. Very nice. Worst case scenarios, we can have one fill in with a AI.
Okay. Do I need to save the replay before I
If you can upload the replay, that would be great. Otherwise, I will just ask Double for it.
Alright, I can do replay. Let me... Where does it save? That is always the fun question. I know it saves somewhere on my computer. So, looking for that. As soon as I... Oh, saying lost connection to host? Oh wow, that was... Alright, I guess I'm going to have to remake it, because apparently...
remake.
Yeah. For some reason it failed there. Alright. But I do need to find where that is saved, because if I play the other game, it's going to immediately overwrite it. So I want...
They should save up to 5 copies, right, of the previous games.
Did they change that?
They still do that, I think. They save up to 5 copies, I think.
No, from what I've always found, it's been you have to do the last one when I've gone and done it for previous tournaments. So if that hasn't changed, I am...
Don't they have like a replay.bin or replay dash some date and then .bin? And then
yeah, there's the replay dot, I think the RMAP and bin, but if it...
Actually, can you...
Can I what?
Oh, good. I was going to ask you to recreate the lobby, but and then you got covered already.
Yep, I got the lobby already created. That was the easy part. Finding where it's saved on my computer when I don't remember where it saves it is the hard part.
Don't worry about it, because I was the second last person, right? So my replay should be just as good. Oh, I know. Supposedly Double should upload it.
Supposedly. But if you forget about it like I did, because I've played games where I've been like, okay, it's time to do the next game, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to have let's see. Is it in my documents? My documents, my games, because it creates it that way. Let's see, Offworld, replays. There we go. I have it right here. So this is 8:15:21. So all I have to do is rename it, and then suddenly it doesn't do the RMAP replays anymore. Okay. Well, I saw the bin replay. So
you should keep the bin replay. The RMP replay is just an extra copy that will get replaced every time.
Guru 8:15:1 replay. Okay, good. I have it saved differently now, so I can just do that. Okay, so division by 0 goes to applicant, everyone else to employee.
That's correct.
And I go to observer.
And that mutes you, so that I can't hear you anymore.
Yep. All right.
I should mute myself so that you can't hear me either.
All right, and here we go. Chance for redemption. Dubber is no longer going to have the applicant advantage, playing on the same difficulty, same production advantages, same start bonuses as Cat. So division by zero has a definite advantage here in terms of actually having things. And there we go. And Dubin gave me some very good advice about how to find the replay thing, but I did find it. There we go. All right. Apparently it's IO today. This is a less craggy map. I think a little bit more generous on the resources. There is no nomad, so that spot can't do. We're a little tighter on the silicon here. And this is a double electronic starting price with a machine shop. So all of them use glass upgrades, so you're not going to run into that problem. I mean, there could be an okay scavenger down here. I maybe found...
A scavenger
Hexbus is going... Ooh! That's painful for Cat.
Scavenger HQ has been upgraded.
Because Hexapus has said, you know what? I'm going carbon monopoly. And none for anyone else. There is one sole piece right there. There are no digging on the market. So Cat is going to be in a very interesting game. And I don't think there's any tiles left, so not even slant drilling is going to be able to help, other than that one other low tile there, which you'd have to slant and put multiple tiles down. It's doable, but we'll see. Very interesting start there.
Black market is online.
For division by zero. I'm trying to do that with cheap glass. You're gonna need the silicon. Really will. And then of course, if nothing else, found expansive. Cheaper shipping, everything's just slightly better with them. I do like this play here as it connects up that metal mine. And there we go, going into some electronics, realizing the high price that's going to be there. Hexapus. Yep, got a freeze on those electronics, not surprised. Cat is going ahead and getting down some ion collectors for fuel, not a bad plan. Be it markets others aren't. This is going to be another prime target for power surge. Possibly a mutiny. You mutiny that one there and disconnect. Ooh, a shortage on iron. That is going to be problematic to Duber the most, but should be... Yep, now we see those basalt platforms coming down. Division by zero. You are a scientist, you're claiming the high silicon. I know why you're doing it, but you know, a scientist play on this map would have been... You got a good basalt patch there, but you should have thrown those down on the basalt patch, not the oxygen patch, because it's the I think silicon that's hurting you there. You're in a corner. Was there a better patch?
HQ has been upgraded.
I think that wasn't a big basalt lake, but I think there were better basalt lakes you could have gotten from that corner, but you know, still has that advantage. You need to make sure you have cash on hand to sell a bit so your glass production keeps working. Because that is money. Oh, there we go. That's a smart mutiny. I'm very sure that was Cat. It is Cat. It's like, you know what? I can just steal it. Pay and steal. Not necessarily a bad plan. Alright. So, silicon is just so expensive that it's starting to make electronics not worthwhile. So people need to get into the silicon game. Dubber's taking the other high silicon. Dubber's trying to do a silicon monopoly. So what this is going to either force people to do... And there's Cat again, just take your carbon and place it there. A nuclear plant, I like it, especially with the price of power. Is it division by zero? Yes, division by zero is going for slant. Trying to lock up that slant drilling. Going for an Hexapus is going for an electronic shortage. Just continual mutinies on those very expensive carbon tiles. Maybe it's time to, Goon Squad carbon. There's... Ooh. Yes, Division by Zero has just realized that those tiles cannot be drilled into.
Let the bidding begin.
And that is, yeah. Now, the good news is, I think there's like one carbon there. Hexapus has just gone carbon monopoly. But carbon, as high a price is, silicon. Dear God, silicon.
Sold.
Just raw silicon. You could... Okay, Division by Zero is going to get those. Oh, Duber has that, Oh, no. Yes, Duber has that silicon. Division by Zero is going into some more high silicon. That'll be good. You can just practically sell silicon at that point. At this point, needs to get things like nanotech so good. This is just sitting here doing nothing. Grab nanotech. Nanotech is good. Power is there. Cat is deciding to do an early attack here into Hexapus. I like it. Because at that point, no longer needs to keep attacking, and the AI will just start selling the carbon onto the market, driving down the price of carbon. And Cat will get the profits from it. Now Cat has to defend herself. Both Duber and Division by Zero have realized that someone who got an early majority buy is a major threat, and are going to try to do something about it. Cat will probably be able to get the defense. Division by Zero is in D+1 debt, and so needs to get out of that debt. Is there a good method to do so? Okay, Duber gets that. Duber is at least, in AAA rating, up at 5. Division by Zero is now at D+2, may end up in a debt spiral. So the question here is just, Cat is HQ3 with a subsidiary that is also HQ3.
A scavenger HQ has been upgraded.
Now HQ4. But there's a bit of a thing here. Duber doesn't want to let the scientist, get away with recovering from, now D+5 debt. Target stock price. It's going to keep going down. Circuit overload. Is that bought? Division by Zero has 3 more claims. Pace not doing anything. Oh man. There we go. Double attacks. That's the kind of thing you need to see. Hexapus sub is going for carbon. solar paneling. Built an ion collector there and an ion collector there. That's what subs do. Duber's going for optimizations. Require perpetual motion. Power's not the cheapest. We've got the life support markets. Mainly water.
Has been upgraded.
So those are still working nice. Fuel has gotten cheap again. So this quad of fuel is no longer as good as it once was. Shortage in water. Hexapus sub has upgraded. The other thing you could do is buy stock in the Hexapus sub. The Hexapus sub will be profitable over time. And boost your stock price while doing so, but Cat scoops up the last of that, so that's a good use of her money. Boosts her stock price, making it harder for opponents to buy her an extra claim. Ooh. 40k, but they're not available in the black market, so
congratulations.
That could be there. Got a C bond rating. Knocks you down there. So the Hexapus sub is going into a Pleasure Dome. No, that's Cat herself. The Hexapus sub is also going to do a Pleasure Dome, which is going to eat into Cat's profits, but at least it's her sub. Synthetic meat. Food is great. It'll be the next big market after water. So getting that, patent and food there is good. Slant drilling from the scientist is okay. Let's see here. We need to look at optimizations at this moment. So, optimizations, division by 0. Has a few there. Hexapus will have none because he was bought out. Cat has none. Duber has some. So, Cat is not being able to really invest in the long game here. Is Cat going for like a quick virtual reality? Because a quick virtual reality could be good here. Thinking machines. I'm not. Hey Hexapus, welcome back.
Hey.
So that was a brutal assault. Cat was like, "You took my carbon. You were dead to me."
That was fun though.
Yeah. No, but I was slightly worried about Cat there. But she's like, "Nope, I'm just gonna mutiny all your carbon and then buy you out so your sub will sell it and make it relatively cheap for me."
Yeah, so instead of I made a mistake. Instead of gooning my my hacker array, I need to defend my carbon way better, right?
Yeah.
That definitely fell in that respect. But it was very fun.
Yes. And that just shows what a skilled player Cat is. That she could be completely out of her base resource and be like, "Nope, I can still do a majority buy. What are you talking about?"
Yeah. What carbon? I don't need carbons for scavenger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is division by 0 is in D+9 debt. The target stock price is just going to keep going down.
It doesn't matter that much actually because he's an advocate.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any debt penalty or anything for advocate. So he can accrue as much debt as he wants. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think there's maybe a tiny bit of debt penalty, but yeah, no. That debt is not doing terrible for him. Cat, but they both lost access. Oh, Duber now has access back to the black market, but black market's there. Duber is building a space elevator. I have to disagree with that choice. Namely because you were trying to build it during Sulfur Frost, which is a terrible idea. And the prices aren't that good. I mean, if you had been doing some more optimizations at this point, because I mean, chemicals are through the roof. Just optimizing chemicals would pay itself off, expensive as it is. Carbon's creeping back up.
Yeah.
Food is also pretty good. Although with Hexapus's synthetic meat, that won't last long. Cat has
Land is available for auction.
decided to go into double space elevators again during there. Ah, that's the patent she got. Transparent aluminum to be able to afford that glass cheaper. This is just expensive on-world markets. I would be... the prices are getting better. There, but I would just be optimizing under these circumstances.
Yeah. With the price difference between carbon and chemical and electronics, if we just optimize a lot, right? The carbon price doesn't really matter, and it's especially with cat, right? So what if she has to buy a lot of carbon? Those money go back to her anyways.
Our
Yeah.
methods continue to improve.
Yeah,
But I'm
so
not like my own sub is not making money. It's like it's only making 700 per second. That's pretty terrible.
well, she bought you at HQ3. So when you buy a majority buyout, those subs tend not to be the best.
Elevator is complete. Watch our profits climb.
What I'm really upset with is really the lack of targeting by the other two players.
Price manipulation.
If they bought up Cat, they needed to target Cat. Now she's had a chance to recover, and now your sub is making 1,000 a second. It'll probably upgrade sometime soon, but your sub is just going to get better and better. She's got 2 space elevators at this point. Needs to change the launch from water to food, but
Adjustments.
and she yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's just part of the inexperience that they have, right? This kind of game, like what should you do? Like which one is the
Space
most
elevator
dangerous
delivery.
Scavenger HQ has been upgraded.
Right now, with a sub and 2 Offworld, Cat is definitely the most dangerous, and they really, as you have said, right? They have to like focus him down.
The
Her
black
down.
market is online. Elevator.
Now
Up. Market misinformation.
Duber is making a good amount of money. Let me go back and check the Duber's got lots of optimizations, but is optimizing like an elite and going for things very deep. In markets like this, where lots of things are good, you want to spread your optimizations around so you're boosting everything.
Profits rising.
And if he is going for really deep
Optimization routine
optimization,
successful.
he should go for something really expensive like chem, glass, and electronics.
Yep, he's got the chems optimization running now, which definitely, with carbon being a ridiculous price, is something to do. Let's see, is Cat optimized at all? Cat should be optimized. Come on here. Show me Cat's optimized. Does Cat have no optimizations?
Space elevator delivery. Price manipulation.
Cat has no optimizations. And is not watching her launches. So I am worried about Cat in this situation. Because Duber's just about to get enough for the buyout. And Duber now has the cash for it. And now Cat is doing kind of an emergency buy into Duber, which, okay, this is, what are you going to do? Duber needs to just make the buy on Cat at this point, because Cat is now at the 50% mark. Once Duber makes the buy on Cat, there we go. Is now in the driver's seat here. Even though Division by Zero has slightly more cash. Duber is the 70% owner of the subs and has a elevator of his own. Let's see. Let's look at the patents.
Cat is complaining that no carbon scab is hard, but it's as difficult as no carbon scab was,
Oh no, that was most impressive. I was worried that Cat was dead on found with that. Cat was not dead on found. That was an amazing performance by Cat. I think I would have just been spinning my wheels. Cat brought, something.
Successful elevator going up. Profits rising.
Which is...
Cat played very impressively. Cat didn't think that it was my fine. I did it because I counted the number of carbon tiles, and then I said, there's only this patch of carbon, and then there's like 2 low somewhere else. So I just, if I put a scavenger over there, there's an electron colony, then eventually electron will go up, and they don't have carbon, then they will die eventually. once I get through this majority buy, I probably can come back, even though Elevate would be probably difficult. But after a while, carbon price will go up, electron is really skyroot. There's nothing much they can do.
Yep.
But I think I got too excited for it and went for hacker and didn't defend my own stuff. That's definitely my downfall.
Yep.
Space elevator delivering so much money.
And that was just there. But I was looking here, Division by Zero by Duber, and see what advantages they have. Division by Zero only has land drilling. As a scientist, one of your advantages is to get patents faster. So the patent battle is going to Duber. And if we look at optimizations, finally getting some optimizations from Division by Zero. But Duber has stopped optimizing and has no optimizations in electronics. I do not understand. I do not understand why you would stop optimizing with all world prices the way they are, and electronics being as good as they are.
Perhaps when he passed X, right, you see electronics losing money. I just thought that it's probably just not worth going to electronics. But I think that's didn't count for the adjacency bonus and I think even if just 1 pip in electronic optimization, you will make like a lot.
Yeah, and chems are, cheap now. Chems are auto-offing, so these chems need to be traded out because chems are just practically worthless at this point. Electronics is kind of where it's at. So Duber's, I think, making some errors in his markets. And Division by Zero may get it, so we actually have a race here at the end. It's going to come down to these launches. Is really where it's, coming. We've got another little bit to the next launch. The subs are now starting to pay off more, but we are close here. It is how fast can you get there? Duber has it. He's got it. Cancel your launch. Yeah, he doesn't recognize it. There we go. There's the red button. Press it. Press it. You got to do it. There you go.
Be the first CEO. Who would have thought? The first CEO of Duber. GG, well played.
Wow, very good.
Very exciting. I did not expect this game would get so close at the end.
No, nor did I. But congratulations to Duber. Very good job.
Congrats.
Yeah. Well
done. It just shows you that this game is really, really unpredictable.
And maybe that D+7 dead actually did manage there. But how much was that carbon they are asking? So for everyone but Hexapus, the biggest money loss was carbon. Cumulatively, they spent about 1.5 million in auto carbon losses. Let's look at resource prices. And that carbon price, you can just see yes, electronics are up there, but those are carbon-based. Chems got up there, and then there was a drop in them, but ooh, that carbon. Let's look at the black market here. Division by zero. Again, no black market. Gotta get some black market running if you're gonna win. Cat with 17, Duber with 11, Hexapus with 4, but Hexapus was taken out early. Optimizations. There we go. We see the optimizations and patents. There we go.
One thing about Division by Zero, he spent so much energy getting the slant drilling, but he didn't end up using it.
Well, he thought he'd be able to slant drill into carbon, and he was wrong because those were
actually there was 2 more spots on the northeast where
there was.
There's that single tavern,
which still would have been worth it in this game, but he thought he was going to get to slant drill into that high one.
No. The crater just blocked off everything. That's why I try to do mono free play.
Yeah.
Because it actually, if it works out, it's pretty fun. It's actually doable.
But yeah.
No, but I didn't pay a lot of it. Yeah, he's talking about his debt situation.
I wondered how much of that was actually helping Dubin, because Dubin had financial instruments.
Oh, Dubin has financial instrument?
If you've got someone in that much debt, you may not take a huge stock price penalty, but you probably take the huge debt tick does. So
it does. I was checking the interest rate. It was 60%.
So that amount of debt being shoved in to through financial instruments may have given Duber the edge there. So the debt still killed him, just through technology and not the normal.
This was a very fun game. I had a blast in this game, even though I got took out very early.
Yeah, but Cook the Books doesn't really work well if you're in super deep debt. It's really good if you're keeping yourself from those D ratings, kind of keeping yourself in C and B artificially, even with a huge debt. If you go into really deep debt, Cook the Books is not your solution.
Yeah. So one of the things you can do with Cook the Book is you're in C debt, or it's almost midnight, then you buy Cook the Book, you pay till all the way to A, and then you solve your debt situation.
Yeah, which means you can have a big debt, but your bond rating is treated as super high.
So the interest rate A is really cheap, so it doesn't really matter at the point.
Yeah.
Yes, I think you get an extra % in interest per month, and you translate to something on IO that I do not know, because by the time you get to D4, you either have to win now or you try to pay it down.
Yeah. And there we go. Are we doing another one?
I think we are done for today.
Okay.
Because I scheduled for 2 games only.
Yeah.
And I don't think we have enough players. And Cat is also done for today as well. So I don't think we have enough players. So 2 games. We have 2 great games today.
All right. We've had a lot of good fun here. I'm going to take one last look at my streaming here. And thank you all for watching. So I hope you all enjoyed our, the second Guru tournament and our first CEO. So...
very exciting games. Thank you for Many Copy for hosting the games and doing a fantastic job casting.
No problem. And Hexapus, thank you for hosting. And as always, everyone, be seeing you.